I know how heavy this feels. Standing there with everyone's eyes on you, wondering if they'll notice every flaw, every stumble. You worry your voice will tremble, that you'll reveal too much, that they'll judge you. But here's the truth. You're not behind because you're scared. You're not failing because your voice shakes. You're human. You're real. And your words deserve space, even if they aren't perfect. I see how hard you work to get it right. How you rehearse in mirrors, repeating lines until your jaw aches. How you hold your breath so you won't slip. But your voice is a wind that carries light. It doesn't need to be flawless to be beautiful. It doesn't need to be polished to be true. It just needs to be yours. Let's slow down right here, imagining what it would feel like to speak your truth without apology, to let your own voice be enough. Picture a bird perched on a thin branch as the wind howls around it. It doesn't wait for the storm to end before it flies. It knows it was meant for the wind. It spreads its wings anyway. You don't have to wait for everything to be calm before you speak. You don't have to hold your breath forever. Your voice deserves the air, even if it shakes. You are enough when you rise and speak. You were never meant to stay silent to make others comfortable. You were meant to share what only you can. Your accent, your emotion, your truth, they are not shortcomings. They are part of your gift. Carry this image as a reminder that even in the storm, there is courage in spreading your wings and rising anyway. You don't owe anyone a perfect performance. You don't have to make yourself smaller to be accepted. You don't have to flatten your voice to fit in. I know where that fear comes from. Growing up, you learned politeness meant being quiet. Being good meant not making waves. You watched others correct your words, your tone, your accent, little reminders that you didn't quite belong the way you were. And you carried that into every pitch, every presentation. You thought if you just practiced hard enough, they wouldn't see your flaws. That if you were perfect, they couldn't dismiss you. But perfection is a lie they sold you. It's a moving target that never lets you rest, and it keeps you from what you really want, connection. You are not your client's reaction. Your worth isn't measured by applause, by the polite smiles, by their approval. Your worth is in the act of standing up, opening your mouth, and sharing what is true. I know your heart pounds when you speak. Your hands sweat. Your breath catches. It's not weakness. It's aliveness. That fear, it just means you care. It means you're bringing your whole self into the room. Your culture taught you to hide that, to be professional, polished, controlled, to never show vulnerability. But each word you offer is a gift of courage. When you stand there and speak, even imperfectly, you give it permission to everyone listening. Permission to feel, to connect, to be human. You told me about the time you practiced your lines over and over in the bathroom mirror, how you still stumbled mid-pitch, how you wanted to run, but you stayed, you smiled. You said, "Let me try that again," and afterward, someone messaged you, "I needed that." That's what your voice does. It reaches people, not despite its tremble. Because of it, you don't need to erase your accent. You don't need to smooth out your emotion. You just need to speak with breath, with care, with truth. That's loving speech. That's leadership. That's presence. I want you to imagine this. Next time you feel the fear rise up in your chest, don't shove it down. pause and breathe. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your chest rise with your breath, and then speak anyway, because your voice matters. Because someone in that room needs to hear it from you. Because you're not here to stay small. Allow this to soften the places inside you that fear being heard, making room for you to speak gently, even if your voice trembles. Breathe with me now. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold. Exhale gently through your mouth. Feel your shoulders relax. Notice your feet on the ground. Notice the solid floor supporting you. Let that support remind you, you don't have to hold yourself alone. Feel your chest rise and fall. Let your breath be steady, even if your heart is racing. Feel the cool air enter your lungs. Feel the warmth as you let it go. Now, bring your attention to your throat, your voice, the place where fear lives when you're about to speak. Notice any tightness. Invite it to soften. No force, just permission. Imagine standing in front of them, your words lined up, ready. Your voice trembling but clear, and you speak, not to perform, not to impress, but to connect, to share, to be real. Your voice is like a breeze spreading warmth. Sense that warmth within you. Let it flow outward with every breath. Allow it to be enough. Let this be a touchstone you return to, a practice that roots you in the honesty of your own breath and the steadiness of your own heart. When it gets hard again, come back here. What gives you strength? Because your voice isn't just for you. It's a bridge. It's a guide. It's an invitation for others who are quiet for fear of being wrong. You don't speak just to be heard. You speak so they know they can too. You carry the stories of where you come from. Your family, your sacrifices, your dreams. Every word you share is an act of bravery. When you speak with honesty, you create space for them to be honest too. You inspire the next woman to stand up, even if her voice shakes. That's why. Hold this reason like a light in your palm, something to guide you forward even when fear tells you to stay silent. You're not here to hide yourself. You're not here to silence your truth for anyone's ease. You're here to share your voice, a gift in its own right. Like a bird that flies even when the wind rages, you rise despite the fear. You tremble, you speak, you connect. You are enough when you rise and speak. Your words don't need to be perfect. They need to be true. Your accent, your pauses, your emotion, they're not flaws. They're bridges to understanding. They're signs of your humanity. Remember, when your heart races before you speak, that's just love trying to find its way out. When your voice shakes, that's your truth fighting to be free. Don't hold it back. Don't apologize for it, but welcome it, because someone out there is waiting to hear it. Someone needs permission to speak too. You're not here to compete with anyone's idea of flawless. You're here to be real. You're here to be you. You're not here to make yourself small or invisible. You're here to let your voice rise, to share it freely as the beautiful, necessary gift it truly is.